Moving to a new area can be incredibly overwhelming with all the things that you have to get done. In today's video, I'm going to share with you our top military moving tips to help alleviate some of that stress in a new duty station. Let's go. Before we get into the video, my name is Meredith Rencars and I'm the Restart Specialist. And if you are a photographer or creative business owner interested in growing your business in the market you're in or the market that you want to be in, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button or that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our new content. A lot of people focus on preparing for a move and not what has to happen afterwards. And today I'm going to share with you our top 5 things that you need to do once you get to a new duty station, based on our 15 years in the military, our 6 moves, and all the craziness that happens in between. And make sure you stick around till the very end for a special bonus that we have for you. As a brand new military spouse, there are a lot of 4-letter words that you have to learn. And they're not the bad ones. Things like the Class 6, BDUs, PCSing, duty station, and there's so many more. But in order to make this video a little bit easier to understand, I wanted to go over what in the world does PCS mean. It stands for Permanent Change of Station. You may hear military PCS, PCSing, and it all has to do with the fact that you are going to be moving. And so hopefully that makes this video a little bit easier to understand. Tip number 1, make sure that the cable and utilities are turned on and in your name. This is the first thing before you worry about your kids, before your boxes are there, before anything else happens. You need to make sure that the utilities are turned on or life in that new house is gonna be hell. And the cable, well, honestly, that's to keep the minions under control. So get that done the very first thing when you hit ground in that new duty station. Tip number 2, go find a gym with childcare. Now, typically there are always gyms on post. Sometimes they're really great and sometimes they're just okay. And in the past, they've had childcare in them or next door to them. But as we're moving more and more into a leaner military, childcare is less and less of an option on military post gyms. YMCAs are a second best option. They are typically all over the country, especially around military posts. They usually have amazing childcare, and honestly, when you don't have your household goods yet and they're climbing the walls, you need to give yourself a little bit of a break, even if it's letting them play in the childcare while you run on a treadmill. Everyone will be a little bit happier, a little bit nicer when you give yourselves a break at the gym. Tip number 3, register the minions for school. This is my least favorite thing to do with moving, period, because there's always a list of things that you need and it's not complete. And then it gets lost or you have to do it 3 times and scan it in on top of everything else. So I highly recommend not waiting until the week before school starts. Get the information as soon as you get to ground. Call, don't just trust the website for getting your kids ready for school, because sometimes the website's wrong. There is a school liaison officer at every single duty station. They are incredibly helpful. They are your advocate, especially if you have special needs kids or gifted children who need a little bit of extra help getting them ready and registered for school. Tip number 4, find out if your neighborhood has a Facebook page. Now, I am not talking about the military duty station spouses page. There's 15 of them, and this is not the place I'm suggesting you go. I'm actually saying look for your little neighborhood's tiny Facebook page. Whether you're on a military post or you're living outside of the gate and living in amongst the civilians, typically every neighborhood will have some type of Facebook page, and this is amazingly helpful to find out when is the trash schedule happening, when is the next neighborhood yard sale, are there babysitters And can you please get their information because you need them now? Because that date, you should have had it last week. And so find that Facebook page, get connected with it. That's the quickest way to find friends who have similar interests, find babysitters, find people to mow your lawn, and all the other things you need. So get on Facebook. Go find it now. Tip number 5, establish a routine as soon as possible. It is so easy to just go willy-nilly when you don't have boxes, or you're living out of boxes and they're not unpacked fully yet, or you're sleeping on air mattresses and you're up till 10 o'clock at night because you're just not in that routine. So start by establishing a bedtime, especially if you have little kids. When you're dealing with time changes and you're moving, say, from California to Georgia, getting them on a routine as quickly as possible is going to make it easier and less chaotic for everybody involved. So setting those bedtimes immediately when you get to that new house. Setting a grocery routine so that you haven't forgotten to get your children breakfast, because I've never done that before. But establishing that grocery routine of, every Thursday I'm gonna go get groceries so that your husband doesn't come home hungry either. Never good. And lastly, just establishing what you're gonna do throughout the day. It makes you feel normal. It makes you feel less stressed, even when you're living among piles and piles of boxes. So get that set, get it started. You'll feel so much better. So we've talked about the things that you need to do when you first get to a new duty station. But what about if you're moving your business? Make sure that you head to the show notes below because we have a special treat just for you. It is our very own PCS checklist that you can download to get you started into a great foothold for that business. If you're interested in more moving tips just like this, then make sure that you hit the video button right here. And if you've liked and enjoyed this video, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button and alarm bell so that you don't miss out on any of our new content. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.